Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting with me, Carl the Cobra Froch, former unified super middleweight world boxing champion.
And I'm Rachel Froch and welcome to the 2024 Froch on Fighting Awards.
We're going to be looking back on a great year of boxing. But before all that, this episode is brought to you by Cobra Casino. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. Right, before we get to all that, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. Hope you all had a great Christmas. We had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was all busy. After Christmas, we had Christmas at home.
Yeah, stayed at home.
And then we flew straight to Austria skiing.
A couple of days, what was it, day after Boxing Day?
Yeah, it was, yeah. It was so busy. I feel like it was all a bit of a whirlwind, but we had a great time.
Yeah,
Kids learned to ski, as in just the girls. Rocker could ski already.
Yeah. I enjoyed it on the mountains and the snow. You get the Christmas feel with the snow, don't you?
Yeah, you
skiing,
do,
I love
yeah.
skiing. I've forgotten that. I've only ever been skiing, it's been once or twice.
No, you've been that's your fourth time.
Oh, is it? But I haven't been for 6 years, 7 years.
No, true,
so
yeah.
The last ticket in my jacket was 2018.
Yeah.
So 6, getting on for 7 years.
Yeah.
But
You just pick it up though. You pick it up quite quick. It's like riding a bike.
What about Penelope down them slopes?
I know.
My daughter, my youngest, 9 years old, little machine.
She's never skied before, and she just got
Yeah.
her a private lesson, and then she flew down, didn't
Yeah,
she?
if you're ever thinking about going skiing with the kids, the younger you can get them there, I think. I'd say
The
that's good
better,
advice.
definitely, yeah.
Rocco
yeah.
was all over the shop, hanging onto the fence, wasn't he? Useless. But after a couple of days, he found his feet, and he's better than me now.
Yeah.
Nearly.
What about the naked sauna?
What about him? I didn't go in the naked sauna. I'll tell you what, it's custom. What is it? Is it a
It's
culture?
their tradition and their culture to go in kind of with no clothes on. So they put the towel down, obviously, but they're sitting there full on naked. So we walk in together, go in. I burst out laughing and ran out. I know that's so childish, but I just didn't expect it.
It's mad because you're sitting there just like, we got our clothes on. Actually, one of our friends got shouted at by somebody saying you're not supposed to wear your clothes or your swimming trunks, your Speedos, in the, I don't wear Speedos, in the sauna. Then literally you've got to go in this particular sauna naked. And I don't know, I just feel...
Well, I wasn't doing it.
You felt uncomfortable about it, didn't you? I was all right, I was sweet. I'm not shy, I'm not embarrassed.
Swinging away.
That's why they call me the Cobra. Swinging away. Anyway, we're going to get on with the awards right now.
Right, so let's get to it then. The first category is Knockout of the Year.
And the nominations are...
That's a drum roll. Daniel Dubois knocks out Anthony Joshua. Fabio Wardley knocks out Fraser Clark. Zhilei Zhang knocks out Deontay Wilder. Or Anthony Joshua knocks out Francis Ngannou.
4 good ones there. There's 2 that jump out to me. AJ getting absolutely obliterated and flattened and El-Sparcoed by Daniel Dubois was a bad one. It was a bad knockout. Was it unexpected? Yeah, it probably was as well. I think the Zhang and Deontay Wilder one. Wilder, he'd already lost to Parker. He'd obviously lost to Tyson Fury a couple of times, but after losing to Parker, and Parker's on the crest, we're not giving him any stick, by the way. Parker's back and he's fighting Dubois soon. He's fighting him in February.
Yeah.
But it just showed that Wilder was kind of on his way out. And when he jumped in with Zhang, that could have gone either way because Zhang's an old boy. But Zhang clattered him with that left hook. He sort of turned around, funny, didn't he? He hit him with a couple of shots. He turned around, Wilder did, and Zhang just took the opportunity and smacked him upside the head, like the side of the back of the head.
Was
and he
this
was gone.
the Deontay Wilder after he'd done that, what do you call it, like a ritual
Oh, he did the
ceremony?
ayahuasca, didn't he? Yeah. He's
That's
not been right since that.
Since that, yeah.
But anyway, that knockout that's in there. See why it's in there, but that's not the one. And then you've got Fabio Wardley against Fraser Clark. And their first fight was close. Could have gone either way. A lot of people said Fraser won it. A lot of people thought Fabio did enough. It was close. Fabio Wardley, obviously, ex-white collar fighter, so he ain't got that pedigree to warrant being a top pro. So to go in there in the rematch and absolutely smash Fraser, it was a frightening knockout as well. It was a bad one. Put that dent in the side of poor Fraser Clark's head. Caught him sweet with a right. He sort of switched off and he was turning on the ropes and not focusing. So you've got to defend yourself at all times. That means always have your wits about you. Even when the bell's gone, get your guard up, look your opponent in the eye and be ready. And he was switched off a little bit. And Fabio Wardley took advantage, and he's supposed to. Fair play to him. He did his job, but he threw a couple of right hooks and landed on the side of Fraser Clark's head.
So you've not mentioned Joshua Ngannou.
Yeah, I mean that was a big knockout, wasn't it? It was a bad knockout, and actually, but the way he threw that 1-2 straight down the pipe, Ngannou was absolutely flattened. So it's definitely a good knockout, and Ngannou Ngannou would give Tyson Fury a good fight.
But he is kind of he's an MMA fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, Francis Ngannou, mixed martial arts fighter, only in his second pro fight. So although AJ did throw that nice straight right down the pipe.
It's not exactly, I don't think, a test.
No. So good knockout, but no, it's between Fabio...
Who are you going for then, yeah?
It's Fabio Wardley and it's the AJ getting knocked out by Dubois. The AJ getting knocked out by Dubois is right up there.
That was, yeah.
But if I'm going to say that AJ got knocked out by Andy Ruiz, he lost back-to-back to... He never got knocked out by Usyk, but he was in trouble in both fights. So I'd say it's between AJ getting absolutely obliterated by Dubois and Fraser Clark, poor old Fraser Clark.
Well, pick one then.
Yeah, I'm going to go for... All right, good deal. So I mean, so I've put
you
up
can't sit on the fence.
I'm going to go with. It's a close first. I'm going to go with Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clark, because Fabio Wardley got in there in round 1 and just unleashed hell on him and caught him, and it was quite a frightening looking knockout.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Fraser Clark's okay.
Yeah.
He's fully recovered. He's in good spirits. He's speaking well, talking about still fighting. But the dent in his head, the powerful knockout, the big right hands that went in, it was one of them where you're like, ooh.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to be a professional boxer. When you watch that, you're looking at that thinking that was frightening. It was aggressive, and yeah, it was unexpected because the first fight was very close.
Okay.
But yeah, fair play to Fabio Wardley. I think I need to give him the knockout of the year.
So the next one is Fight of the Year. We've got Usyk Fury 1, Wardley Clark 1, Beterbiev versus Bivol, and Taylor versus Serrano 2.
Ooh. 2 that jump out there. Usyk Fury, the first fight.
Yeah.
Undisputed heavyweight championship fight. First time since 1990, whatever it was, with Lennox Lewis. So that's a big one, big occasion. And it was a great fight as well. And Tyson Fury nearly got stopped in round 9, I believe. I mean, the referee saved him. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, great fight. You watched that.
That was absolute toe-to-toe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was from start to finish.
Yeah.
The problem with it is
fight.
that for me, the wrong person won.
Yeah.
I thought Serrano won. I thought I scored it to Serrano. I thought she was busier. She was landing more shots. Katie Taylor was busy, throws a lot of shots, but it's just busy for the sake of being busy.
The more eye-catching
the accurate
shots came
from
Serrano.
I thought Serrano was really unlucky to not get that. And I don't want to take anything away from Katie Taylor, but she's had a couple of them. She gets the rub of the greens, the Irish look, but I
In your opinion?
Yeah, well, listen, it's all my opinion. As we do on Froch on Fight, and we tell it how it is. But that was a great fight, actually that would be a fight that... I wish women's boxing was 3-minute rounds. Because the 2-minute rounds, for me, just takes it a bit amateur. And I know it's 2 minutes, but, you know what I mean? You want to be equal, don't you? Do you 3 minutes? That's what I say. Get them on the 3 minutes. Hopefully that'll happen soon.
Yeah.
But no, the decision kills it for me. What was the other 2?
The other 2,
Bivol.
Yep.
Great fight.
And Wardley Clark 1.
Yeah, Wardley Clark 1 was a great fight. It was like 15,000 at the O2. It was in England. Good old British, good old fashioned British fight. But as good as a fight it was, and it does belong up there, we're not at world class elite level.
Okay.
So it's going to have to be... I mean, the Beterbiev Bivol fight, brilliant quality class fight, boxing purist fight. Not everyone really enjoyed it, but all the people who know and understand boxing really loved it and enjoyed it. And looking forward to the rematch of that in February. But it don't warrant Fight of the Year because of the excitement level. I think Usyk, Fury, undisputed, and it had everything. It ebbed and flowed a little bit. It was close. And then with Fury nearly getting stopped for the first time in his career, gone totally out on his feet. He finished. We heard the final bell in round 12, thanks to the referee jumping in and giving him a count when Usyk was about to just finish him off. I think that one there, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, the first fight for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship, that is Froch on Fighting, Fight of the Year.
So the next one we've got is Upset of the Year. So we've got Dubois beats AJ, Liam Cameron's performance against Ben Whittaker, Queensbury beat Matchroom 10-0, and Galalia 5 beat Sonny Edwards.
10-0 for Matchroom. For Queensbury, should I say. I mean, that's Bricktop giving old Eddie Hills an absolute whooping. I don't know if that's Upset of the Year. 10-0 though, no one would have seen that coming. You'd have thought that one of Eddie's boys would have done the business. Let's have a look. Galalia 5, what a great fight that was against Sonny Edwards. Fair play to him. I was there, I did a great interview with both the guys. Sonny Edwards passed his best, the desire's gone, but taking nothing away from Galalia 5, who I am convinced will become world champion. very soon as well.
So you've got Liam Cameron's performance against Ben Whittaker.
Yeah, I spoke to Ben Whittaker, stuck it on him a little bit and said, look, we need the rematch, and I think we do need the rematch. I don't think that was upset of the year. It could have been upset of the year if that fight would have gone on and he didn't injure his ankle, because we've got to accept that he injured his ankle, went over the top rope, smacked his ankle on the steps.
Yeah.
I did say to Ben Whittaker, look, we need the rematch.
Yeah.
The fans won't let you move on with your career without reminding you about that loss.
Yeah.
And the fact that most people think that he quit. Like I said, on the night when I commentated on it, and when I spoke, I don't think he quit. I think he was injured. He was a bit unsure. It was like one of them moments where, and he went off in a wheelchair. He said he's got the scans. He's got the receipts to back it up. So you've got to take him on his word.
Give him a rematch then.
Exactly. So the rematch has to happen.
And then you've got Dubois beats AJ.
I mean, that was a bad fucking whooping.
Yeah.
That was a knockout.
Yeah.
It's an upset of the year. In terms of upsets, I think that if Ben Whittaker would have carried on and got beaten by Cameron, which a lot of people think he would have done, then that could have probably been the upset of the year, because he's the star now, he's the rising star coming through. But the fight got cancelled. It was finished. What was it? It ended up a draw.
Yeah.
So no contest really, that.
No.
So the upset of the year has to go to Daniel Dubois, absolutely ironing out Anthony Joshua.
I think so.
In the 5th round. After dropping him in round 1 and then beating him up systematically. AJ had a little bit of success in round 5, and the success was a right hand, then another right hand, which Dubois just bounced off his chin. And he wasn't hurt, it was off balance. And the reason I say he wasn't hurt is because he stepped back, regained composure, timed it, and then boom. Unconscious El Sparko on the floor. Not the one. Not a good look. But yeah, AJ got flattened, and I think he had a false sense of security going into that fight with the run of fighters that he'd had. After losing to Usyk, Helenius, Otto Wallin, there's another one in there, Franklin, I think it was. And then jumping in there with Ngannou, knocking Ngannou out. Give him a false sense of security. He's not been in, before he fought Dubois, he's not been in with anybody who came to win. Nobody who come in front of him and pushed him back and stuck it on him. And Daniel Dubois got in there confident. He got in there thinking, this is my time.
Yeah.
He said, I want this IBF world title. I mean, he had the IBF world title by default, but by beating AJ, it sort of solidified that title of IBF world champion. Yeah, and Dubois, fair play to him, got in there, absolutely flattened Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
So I've got to give him upset of the year, because I didn't see that coming.
So next one is International Fighter of the Year. Alexander Usyk, Artur Beterbiev, Inoue, or Terence Crawford?
4 good fighters there. Terence Crawford, a friend of the show, interviewed him whilst I was out in Dubai. Top fighter. Inoue, I mean, he's selling out stadiums in Japan. He's just a superstar. Not selling 80, he's doing 50, 60,000 stadiums. Not doing the big 80.
Every time he fights, though.
No, every time he fights. I mean, he's moved up in weight. He's just a fantastic. You've seen him. He's a great boxer, fighter, dangerous puncher, the monster. Who else we got? We've got Usyk. I think Usyk's the one.
Artur Beterbiev.
Beterbiev, Bivol. I mean, that was a great fight. Beterbiev beat Bivol. A bit contentious. It was close. They've got the rematch in Feb. Usyk deserves to be International Fighter of the Year. He stepped up to heavyweight. He's beat Anthony Joshua twice. Then he's jumped in with Fury and beat him twice. The first one, he became undisputed heavyweight champ. Obviously, he lost his IBF title by default. Vacated that. Dubois got it. Chinned AJ for it to solidify his place. But Alexander Usyk, for me, has to be, it's without doubt, without question.
Yeah.
Alexander Usyk, International Fighter of the Year, without question.
Next up is UK Fighter of the Year. So we have Nick Ball, Hamza Shiraz, Daniel Dubois, and Jack Catterall.
Ooh, Jack Catterall, Nick Ball, great fighters. Nick Ball was unlucky to get the draw, and then he ended up becoming world champion in his own right. Fair play to him. Hamza Shiraz, what's he had? He's had 3 solid wins. 3 solid wins, but he's fighting for a world title in February this year. I don't think he's quite there yet.
So
British
he's still
champion.
building.
Still building, exactly. Great fighter, but he gets his crowning moment hopefully in February. And obviously he's a friend of the show, Froch on Fighting, the best channel in the business. We had a great interview. He speaks well. He's got the right mindset, and he looks the part as well. So when he becomes world champion, I think he's got a great future ahead of him. So I'm not going to put Nick Ball or Shiraz in for the winners. Who else we've got?
Daniel Dubois and Jack Catterall.
I mean, Jack Catterall, he didn't get that decision for the unification against Josh Taylor. He's rematched him since. He's had a couple of fights since, won them both. He's a real fantastic talent. Some people say he's boring, but sometimes he's just too good.
Yeah.
If you're not getting caught with shots. Floyd Mayweather used to be called boring, and he gets the job done.
Yeah.
So Jack Catterall is right up there, and fair play to him. He's done everything asked of him, really. But I just think Daniel Dubois, for me, is the man for the award. Because, he lost to Usyk, but then he comes back and beats Big Baby Miller. Then after Big Baby Miller, people were like, okay, it's Big Baby Miller. And it was a great win, but no one was giving him great credit. Then he took on Hrgovic.
Yeah.
And the Hrgovic win, it was like, bloody hell, that was made good. He took a lot of shots in that fight, walked through them, and then got the job done. So that was a great win. And everyone's thinking, right, okay, I don't think he went in favourite to the AJ fight. He went in and absolutely obliterated AJ. So the UK Fighter of the Year goes to Daniel Dubois. And it's thoroughly deserved.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, cheers. You've been dying to give me some stick, haven't you? Thanks for that.
So, Froch on Fighting Shoutout of the Year. We've got Tom Aspinall, Shia LaBeouf, Terence Crawford, or Joe Egan. Which one?
Big Joe Egan, big John Fury, fighting man. We'll leave that alone. Listen, Joe Egan gets a shout out with what's gone off with John Fury, but until he puts a shot into John Fury, it's not happening, is it? John Fury don't want to know.
No.
My boy Shia LaBeouf from the film, we became quite close. I still keep in touch with him. He's been through a bit of a turmoil time. He's sober, but he's had a bit of a wobble, and his problems with his missus, and I don't want to go into anything too personal, but I've got a place in my heart for Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
And he reminds me a lot of my older brother Lee, who's 8 years sober, and has also had a wobble, because nobody becomes sober and just has a smooth journey. You know, who else have we got?
So you've got Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall, what a guy. You know,
Terence Crawford.
See me watching it. You was watching it,
Yeah.
weren't you? I was watching Tom Aspinall's career build up on. Someone's done an unbelievable, fantastic documentary on where it began for Tom Aspinall and where he is now. And obviously the John Jones fight is the big one for him. And John Jones is a bit smaller, quite a bit older, coming towards the end of his career. I'm not going to give John Jones any stick, but that fight needs to happen. But Tom Aspinall, I didn't realise.
What a fighter.
Fucking machine he is. He gave me that interview, and what a humble, down-to-earth, solid guy, but he really is the fucking baddest man on the planet.
Yeah.
And who else we got? I think...
And then we've got, last one is Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, yeah, he's been on the show, as I've said, I interviewed him out there. But I think the shout-out, listen, Shia LaBeouf, good friend of mine, my American pal, my buddy. But I think Tom Aspinall, I did realise, I knew, but I'm not a big MMA guy, I'm a boxing guy. But after watching his documentary, he's a fucking bad boy, isn't he? I'm just a massive fan. So shout out of the year for Froch on Fighting goes to Tom Aspinall, and it's thoroughly deserved. Interim heavyweight champ, he will soon be crowned the baddest man on the planet, because I'm sure he will become the actual heavyweight champion of the UFC.
So this one's a bit of fun. This is biggest clown of the year.
And it ain't me, I'm not in the list, am I?
No.
My knobhead producer's not put me in there, has he? Go on.
So we've got Jake Paul, John Fury, Ariel Helwani, or Gareth A. Davis.
Ooh, biggest clown of the year.
Gareth will love that.
Gareth would actually love to win clown of the year. I can't give it to him.
No, you're friends with Gareth.
I'm all right with him.
Yeah.
Listen, he's talking bollocks while about Jake Paul and all this boxing being good for professional fighting. It's not. Yeah. We've had a chat. We're mates anyway. So yeah, I don't go to him. He can't be the clown of the year now.
John Fury,
like, he's gone quiet. He's vanished, hasn't he? Where is he? Where's John Fury? Does anyone know where he is? Let me know in the comments. He's just vanished. I see him at the Tommy Fury fight. Yeah. That fight never happened, did it?
Maybe he's just chilling now.
Maybe. I think he realised, he's been told, and now Fury's lost twice. Tyson, his son, he must be gutted.
You're devastated, yeah.
I've got no real beef with John Fury, big John Fury. I've got no beef with him. But when you talk bollocks, you get pulled out, don't you, by the Cobra. Who else we got?
So we got Ariel Helwani.
Ariel Helwani, I mean, come on, he's not really clown of the year. He's a proper clown, isn't he? But he's a cheerleader for Jake Paul. So
how's she going to be, though? Isn't he his manager?
No, that's Nikisa.
Oh,
but he's got his channel.
He's something to do with it.
I didn't know who Ariel Helwani was until my producer pointed him out. But he does a podcast. But anyway, he's not clown of the year. The clown of the year. the clown of the year is the guy who thinks he can box. What's his name?
Jake Paul?
No, it's not. It's Fake Paul.
Oh!
Fake Paul is the clown of the year. Always going to have to be clown of the year. And they've been talking bollocks lately about, oh, there's a little bit something on there. I'll address it now, but they're saying about, we'll fight Froch if he's giving 100% of his purse to charity and any associated earnings. And it's like, they really want to say, like, oh, Froch won't fight for free. I've said I'll fight for free. I'll fight for free. I just want to knock his teeth down the back of his throat and finish his boxing career. But they won't fight me anyway. They're not going to fight me. So now they're saying, oh, well, if you're giving 100% of your purse to charity, thinking that I'm going to say, oh, hang on a minute, I'll give him 10% or 20%.
Oh, so that's the catalyst with it, saying, oh, no, he won't fight me because he won't give everything to charity.
Yeah, they're trying to say, oh, Froch won't fight for nothing. But they're stupid. They don't know who I am. But they're not stupid enough to fight the Cobra. So,
no, they can say all the rubbish, can't they? But in the end,
I think I do want to finish or start 2025 and never mention that clown again. But when he's in fights against Mike Tyson and people ask me questions and it's a talking point, I've had to talk about it. But clown of the year goes to Jake Paul. He won't fight me, even though I've said I'll fight him for free. The talking bollocks, and yeah, that's my little. Was that a vent? It was a little vent, wasn't it? Fucking clown, Jake Paul.
Well, he gets that one.
Go on, piss off.
So that's it. That's it for the award show. All the awards are given out. What are your final thoughts then, going into this year?
Going into this year, I'm excited because I just think the inclusion of Saudi Arabia and the money that they've put into the sport, we're getting big fights. And this card in February, I'm really looking for. What start to the year?
In Saudi. This
February card. I might be out there as well. I've been out there. I've had a look. I enjoyed it when I was out there, as you know. And Froch on Fighting, I mean, come on. Froch on Fighting finished the biggest viewed channel. More views per video average. And I take a lot of pride in that. So I want to say thank you to all the subscribers and all the people that sit in, tune in and listen to me waffle on about boxing. I've still got a big passion for the sport. You play your part as well, don't you?
Yeah.
You get your face in camera now and
with
again. Yeah, it's a team effort, this is. There's three of us involved. There's a few more, but there's more than you think. But we've got a producer. Is he a secret producer? Yeah, he's a secret producer. He's a knobhead. We've also got yourself and me. And the year, I just think the year for Froch on Fighting has been fantastic. So thank you very much to all the subscribers. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. That's been great. I think boxing's getting bigger and better with the inclusion of Saudi. So giving them some credit. Turki Al-Sheikh, he's a massive boxing fan. I met him when I was out in Saudi, and he's enthusiastic about the sport. He wants to see the big fights happen.
Which is all you want, really.
Yeah, and we're getting the big fights. And also this year, I think, could be a bit of a change of the guard, which started at the back end of 2024. But if you just look at the heavyweight division, you've got fighters that are coming to the end of the career. Usyk, Fury, AJ. I mean, Dubois is only 26, 27 years old, so he's going to be around a while now. So, yeah, I just think fighters that we've seen for the last 10, 12 years, they're going to be gone and gone for good. I mean, I'd be sad to see the back of Tyson Fury, if I'm honest, because he's such a character. Yeah. But he's at the end of his career. We might not see him in the ring again. But no, all in all, it's been a fantastic year for boxing, an even better year for Froch on Fighting, and I'm really looking forward to a solid 2025. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next show.